In this intense investigation, dire truths about Sebastian Rogers come to light. We hear how Chris Proudfoot takes to the internet to bash creators and not look for Sebastian. Why would Sebastian's parents not want people searching for him?
Thank you so much, Shoot for the Stars. I know what you're doing. She wants us to get to that goal. Now, Jinx, you say if he's autistic, he's in the higher end of the spectrum. He seems like such a bright boy, and you're absolutely right. And that's what bothers me so badly, because I just feel like we haven't been looking for the same person that they're describing at all. Also, they're not out looking. They're over here on the internet making fun of people and blocking people that are looking. Shoot for the Stars really wants to get us to that goal today. Mwah. Thank you so much, my friend. Now, listen, again, everything's with a grain of salt. My commentary, my channel, everything is for entertainment purposes only. Take what I give you and decide for yourself. All right. You're absolutely, hey, you know what? They don't want anyone covering this case. All right. Jay, he was on a chess team at one point, won an award, FFA. This kid was going places like Maddie, and then his life gone. And in my opinion, he is no longer with us. All right, let's bring him home, though. Let's really bring him home. Shoot for the Stars. I just love you. I wish you were like close. All right, there's no proof that he made it home. Can't take the trash out at 6:20 if they allegedly didn't make it home at 8. Major red flags. Well, there's a lot more major red flags in the next clip, James. You're probably going to be pissed off. So buckle up, grab a drink, and chill out. Don't throw anything at the computer, though. Shoot for the stars. We're almost there, my girl. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave that up for a minute because I believe that with 100% of every fiber of my being, I believe that statement. Now, listen. So this doesn't make sense to me. SF Investigates, Steve Fisher. I've been going back and forth between him at night and the different news stations. Of course, FBI. This says recently portions of a report from a search that we conducted for Sebastian Rogers involving multiple HRD K9 teams were leaked online. All right. For the sake of transparency, I have decided to release the entire report. Now, the search was conducted, guys, in April of 2025 and involved multiple highly accredited HRD K9s and handlers from out of state. Now, again, guys, I'm reading SF Investigates post to lead up to the report. All right. We're not going to go over it just yet, but I want to tell you what it's about. So this is from him and what he's saying. Now, whom I retained my discretion to assist in the search. Now, it says we also coordinated with federal authorities who granted us permission and access to closed federal land and accompanied our search efforts. Now, once the 38-page report was completed, it was immediately provided to all law enforcement and emergency management agencies involved in this case. If you have any questions regarding the report, please direct them to me. You don't contact the K9 handlers. They were retained to conduct a professional search and generate a report for SF Investigates, which they did. Now, due to the confidentiality agreement, they could only respond to SF Investigates. They're professionals and they're not accustomed to, nor should they be subject to chaos and antics, guys, especially the ones here on YouTube that some individuals have brought into this case. All right. We have never stopped searching for Sebastian and never will. We have simply chosen not to publicly detail our ongoing efforts due to the actions of a small group of individuals whose behavior has caused harm and division in Sebastian's case. Now, the full report is available on the Dropbox linked here. The only redactions made are the handlers' last names, phone numbers, and email addresses because, right, we don't want people to contact them. While the information may be easy to find online, reposting it is not a flex or an act of investigation. It's a sign of disrespect and disregard for Sebastian and the professionals working to bring him home. All right, so we're going to go over that. We're going to get into all of that stuff. But what I just read to you guys, what I read about the fake reports and the division of the Sebastian Rogers case is what I'm going to start off with first. So you can see how this community has become so divided and split that people are literally suing each other, and the parents of Sebastian Rogers are telling us to shut the fuck up and stop talking about Sebastian, okay? And I say that with the utmost respect to all of you, okay? So before I get into anything, I'm going to show you the division so you understand. And then again, I'm going to talk about the report. I'm going to tell you that most of it I don't quite believe, but I'll tell you what I think. I love when you cover Sebastian. Patty, thank you so much for the $3 and the beautiful comment with the nice green heart. Agree, both are guilty. Too fucking bad, stonk feet. All right, well, y'all, listen up because we're getting into it. And, I got to tell you, I covered the Maddie case, and we were getting into dangerous territory before the trial came. Now, had there not been a trial, I think that the Maddie Soto case would have become this as well. And the reason I say that to you is because it was happening to me. The threats were happening. People wanted me to shut up. People wanted me to stop talking about Jen Soto and Maddie. They're calling me a grifter because I wouldn't shut the fuck up. And they went on other platforms to shut me down and stop me from saying #arrest Jen Soto. It was becoming rough. And it made me shy away from the case. And even today, when I cover Maddie Soto, I gotta be very aware that I'm going to be attacked somehow, some way. Right. Indy says, I don't think I'd ever tell Jay to shut the F up. Well, they tell me in a different way than that. All right. Allison P, love y'all. You make me laugh when you say it. Love you, Jay. Y'all. I love y'all. All right. Listen, you guys are going to get a little bit pissed, but let's go into this and remember on this side of the YouTube, we're here for Sebastian Rogers, and that's it. Now we showcase Deception Detective quite a bit, and you guys know I use his cards and I push them, right? And yeah, they're expensive. It was $80 for the deck or $30 for an online app, but the people are discrediting Deception Detective in this video just because he sells cards for $80, which is the most wild shit I've ever heard to get people to shut the fuck up. All right, so let's keep going. Here's the division in YouTube regarding Sebastian, and then we're going to get into the report and everything else. All right, listen for yourself. Last time we listened to Chris and Katie threatening and talking shit to the private eyes that were trying to help them find Sebastian for free. Let's go. And everything is in my description so you can find these people and these channels.
And just like Dog the Bounty Hunter and everyone else who's been working for free to try to figure out what happened to Sebastian, Chris isn't very grateful. In fact, here's the thanks Mob Crew got from Chris on a live stream not long ago.
You know what? I even went in and told Mob Crew that when he was sitting there talking all that, there was a whole bunch of shit he was saying. I can't remember what all he said, but I went in there and said, well, if you really want to know that bad, why don't you go in there? Why don't you go ask him? He's got no problem speaking to you.
Well, I got Mob Crew a better one. You want to look at your videos very carefully. You want to get them done correctly. Get off your damn computer and bring your ass down here and come find me.
I mean, he wants to start a fight with. Why would he want to start a fight with somebody making videos about finding Sebastian? All right, that is Chris Proudfoot, and yes, guys, he is on a platform on YouTube that provides crama, which is true crime drama. Gaslighting like a motherfucker, telling creators like Mob Crew to shut the fuck up, and why don't you suck on the end of a barrel while you're at it, instead of being on the platform and saying, now that I have 2,000 people watching me, please help find Sebastian and hand out the flyers. But instead he wants to start fights with Mob Crew. What? I don't get it.
And I'll walk with you on every part of this road and walk with you on every part of your video. I got no problem with it. But when you sit behind the damn keyboard and you do the shit that you're doing, if you play with fire, you're liable to get burned. You might want to consider some of the things he's doing right now, because he potentially may have a bigger issue down the road.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can find a way.
Flashlights on. The only way to get Mob Crew over here is to fucking point flashlights all over the place.
Well, tell him I'll run outside with a flashlight right now if it helps him.
I mean, they're literally just making fun of this while Sebastian has been missing for almost 2 years. All right. I don't care if it's Mob Crew he's talking about. I don't care if it's freaking some newcomer that comes up and calls himself Humpty Dumpty. You don't disrespect people like that. And when you have a platform, you use it to find your missing child. This is despicable, in my opinion.